y'all, I done figured out where all the good men at. And I ain't even gonna gatekeep it, because I want everybody to know. Just like I had to find out, and I found out where all the good men at. I'm gonna share it with you ladies, because we some good women out here, right? I know where the good women are. Y'all know where the good, and I know where all the good men at. All the good men are right where the good women are. In the house. They in the house, y'all. Y'all, they in the house just like we are. They are going to work and then coming home and chilling in the house. And it's facts. So we have good men and good women. They're just in the house hanging out by themselves. Now, I don't know what we gonna do. We gonna never ever meet up, because if he in the house and I'm in the house, how we gonna find each other? But that is facts, y'all. It is facts that all the good men are in the house, just like all the good women. We got to find a way to get up out of him.
Yeah, so I think this is probably one of the most reasonable videos when it comes to this particular topic, because as we know, a lot of these modern women try to shame men, right? They try to deploy these shaming tactics. These shame, insult, guilt, need to be right, because men are protecting their peace. Now, the only thing that she didn't mention is the reason why men are no longer approaching women and refusing to date nowadays. Now, that's the only thing she left out. Now, besides that, I think when you remove women from the equation, men, generally speaking, from a lifestyle perspective, are protecting their peace, right? It's not just limited to women, but it's also your family and friends, right? People around you that no longer serve you, hobbies, interests, things that are going to impede with peace, right? Protecting your peace. If it no longer serves you, or it's going to cause chaos and destruction in your life, you got to remove it. You got to remove it. Now, I do want to take a look at the comment section just to see what the fellas have to say. First commenter says, leaving the drama in the streets, going out into the wild only to gather food and supplies. All right, so next commenter says, I'm in the house enjoying my peace. Outside became too toxic. I work from home, have my groceries delivered, and everything else Amazon Prime. Y'all be safe. All right, so next commenter says, I'm home watching my Bruce Lee movie collection, and I'm retired. Yeah, so there you have it. I mean, more and more men are protecting their peace, and they're not necessarily inserting themselves in positions that is going to disrupt their peace, including a quarrelsome type woman. Even for me, leaving the house at a certain time, right? When the sun goes down, I rather not, right? If it's not a special occasion, someone's birthday or something along those lines, or even traffic, right? Going outside at a certain time, you're like, can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. But let me know what you guys think about that.
How is there liberation if I'm a woman and I want casual sex, but at the end, all you got to do is just lay there with me for 10 minutes? And he's like, yeah, no, I ain't got that for you.
Gonna be honest
how
with
does a woman
it's not 10
find
minutes?
But what I'm saying is, and it could be, I used to only want 5-10 minutes. Bro, don't just get up, put your clothes on and leave. So what I'm saying is, how is a woman who may just want a little bit of aftercare, which is what we talk about, especially with any sort of BDSM that doesn't even involve sex. How do I feel liberated as a woman if I'm accepting crumbs or just pieces of what I want?
This is what I don't get about these particular individuals. They want to be sexually liberated and free. They want to be able to sleep with whoever, whenever. And when a man treats you as such, a 10, 15-minute experience, and he keeps it moving, then it's still a problem, right? They want you to coddle and cuddle and pillow talk with them beyond the liberation experience, right? So it seems like although they try to remix the word liberation, it really comes down to them wanting something more than just the sex.
You have to accept that sex that you're asking for isn't crumbs. Like, if you want to get f***ed, but it comes with a caveat, that might be something you need to negotiate. But knowing that you're just asking for sex, adding the extras on top is something to me that surpasses just asking for the sex.
Not as a la carte.
When I got super... For real.
She said the 10 minutes after, a la carte, bitch, that's an add-on. It's going to cost you a little bit more.
You can definitely say to someone like, hey, like, totally want to keep it casual, but I am a cuddler, and see their response, that will probably get you what you want right there.
Would you have sex casually with a guy knowing that you like head? Would you have casual sex with a guy who's like, yeah, but I don't do that?
Yes, if the dick is good. If I just want dick.
There you have it. I mean, they're trying to remix and to play mental gymnastics when it comes to this particular topic, right? They want to be sexually liberated and free, but then they want the boyfriend experience with a plethora of different dudes, right? Instead of fusing together a whole bunch of guys to feel a certain way, why not just get one man, right? Just get one guy, get into a relationship, possibly get married. You can do the freaky deaky intercourse as much as you want, and then you have somebody that actually cares for you beyond the physical. But they're trying to take fragmented situations, trying to fuse it together, and they're trying to negotiate a man cuddling with them and all this other stuff, when in reality it seems like they're really looking for a relationship.
I recently made a video about this chick who started screaming and breaking out in hives because a man looked at her.
Don't look at me!
She saw the video, she didn't like it.
One of my videos is going viral, very obviously a joke. Like, any normal person will watch that video and be like, oh, this is a joke. This guy I know Bermudez have sent him so many messages talking about, like, people are trying to reach me at my job. I think it's just so crazy. The fact that I am making a joke about not wanting male attention. Like, incel final boss is directing all his hate at me, from men specifically. Leave me the fuck alone.
Instead of messaging me and saying, I'm sorry, can you just take down the video? She proceeds to make another meltdown video talking about the violent thoughts in her head and how she's gonna send people to heaven.
I don't need any more lessons. The next lesson, I'm gonna send them straight to heaven. I'm not even gonna say the most violent thought in my head.
Then she went ahead and messaged my girlfriend on Instagram asking to take down the video, because I guess that's how mature adults resolve things now. She finally messaged me saying she's getting hate, death threats, and I should leave her alone. And the classic line, I was joking. Of course you were. It's always a joke after the meltdown goes public. This wasn't that deep. I reacted to something you posted online. That's how the internet works. But instead of owning it, you spiral, you threaten, you delete, you play victim, you blame me. And then you message my girlfriend trying to guilt trip her saying you're getting death threats. This is exactly what happens when emotional instability gets an iPhone. It's not that men are dangerous, it's that sanity is rare. And women like this are proving it every single day. Listen, all I'm gonna say is if eye contact with a man sends you into a full-on breakdown with hives and screaming, dating is probably not gonna be your next step. Therapy is.
Yeah, so I think this is one of those classic examples of F around and find out, right? Stupid games get stupid prizes. And she realized extremely quickly that her actions have consequences, right? Now she's boohoo-whining and complaining at the fact that her viral video that she voluntarily put out got traction, and men and other folks reacted and responded to her video. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. You know, take the good with the bad and do better.
Where are all the cute single men in Chicago? Because every time I find a cute guy, he's either married, has a girlfriend, or something, right? He's not ready for a relationship. And it's just like, where are all these guys that are ready for relationships, you know? I am looking for candidates for my speed dating event, and I really want to host 2 of them this upcoming month in July. So hopefully I'm able to do that, but I need more men who are single, who are ready for relationships, who are legit, who are intentional about actually being in a relationship. And yeah, so if you know of one, or if you are one, please click that link in my bio. I have a general interest form where you can fill it out, and I'll add you to my list for speed daters. And if you know of someone, feel free to tag them in this video right here in the comments, or pass them along my way. That would be amazing. And I hope to see you at a future speed dating event if you're a woman or a man, but preferably we need a lot of men too.
Is this still a thing? Are women still begging men to show up to these dating events? Did they not get the memo?
I have been out of the dating game for more than a decade, so somebody is going to have to chime in and tell me if this is how life is right now. This is titled, He Paid for the First Date. When she didn't want a second, he asked for his money back. Is this how we're living? Is this what's going on with these dudes? Okay. The key points, the confluence of changing gender norms, popularity of payment apps, and the economic climate tightening people's budget is making the already fraught first date a little more tense. Some women say they've had a date ask for his money back after they explained they didn't want to go out again.
Yeah, so here's the thing on this. There's a lot of women out here, as we know, go on these dates with no real intention to get to know the guy. Right, once a date is over, the food, you know, hookah and crab legs has been consumed. Yeah, that's when their true colors come out.
Y'all, I am confusion. Okay, let's just get into the article. Samantha Costanza went on a first date with a man she met on a dating app in January 2022. They got to know each other as they both sipped on hot cider because of the cold at a Brooklyn, New York bar where they'd agreed to meet. This was the first time to pay for drinks. Costanza's date handed his credit card to the bartender. A few days later, he messaged that he'd like to see her again. Costanza didn't feel the same. I spent over an hour crafting a very polite reply that assured him I had a lovely time, but just didn't see a future connection. In response, the man asked Costanza if she could Venmo him back payment for her drinks. I was in complete shock, as am I. It made it seem like the only reason he'd offered to pay for my drinks was that he expected something of me. That's what it sounds like. Relationship and etiquette experts say the confluence of changing gender norms and popularity of payment apps and the economic climate tightening people's budgets is making the already fraught first date a little bit more tense. One symptom may be more awkwardness around how the tab is handled. In the moment and after the fact, like Costanza, some women say they've had a male date ask for money back after they explain they didn't want to go out again. We are culturally moving into a dating environment that we're unfamiliar in.
Yeah, I mean, this seems to be happening more and more nowadays, right? You got women, some men, but you got mainly women here that are going on dates with people that they have no real interest in, right? They know there's no real future there. They know they have the ick and the red flags and all this other stuff. But because he's providing an experience, and they're able to take their little, Snapchat photos and Instagram photos and all this other stuff. Yeah, instead of doing all of that, go on a date with a guy that you genuinely want to build a connection with.
Requests for money back after a disappointing date are a symptom of a much bigger problem with modern dating. These situations would be much less likely to occur on the first date involving two people set up by a mutual friend or family member. It's a byproduct of the awfulness and toxicity of online dating, where every first date is a blind date with a complete stranger. There's zero social accountability, which makes it easier for people to behave badly. Like I said, I have been out of the dating game for quite a while, so I do not understand this. Why are people not getting to know each other a little bit, at least by telephone, like talking a little bit to even see if there's any chemistry to go forward? We live in a society that is just so fast forward. So everything is just quick. And maybe if people slow down, especially since this economy is so bad, maybe they would have a little bit more, it wouldn't be so awkward. And they would know if there's going to be a second date, if there's going to be some chemistry, like talk a little bit. That is where people need to slow down. Online dating has made things easier, but it has, communication is terrible. That's what it seems like to me.
All right, guys, so there you have it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Would you ask for your money back? Would you? Right? If you knew that she was taking advantage of the situation, or there was no sort of chemistry, or maybe you found out she only went on a date because she was bored, or whatever the situation is, would you ask for your money back? Right? You got to be a real savage if you do. I'm not going to lie. Me personally, I'll probably just keep it moving and just never call her again. Right? Because you don't know nowadays, these chicks pulling out their camera phone or creating a, story time on TikTok and all this other stuff. Sometimes it's best to just cut your losses and to keep it moving. That's just me personally. But let me know what you guys think about this one. Give me some feedback, and until next time.